At the edge of the old garden, where the fence had leaned for longer than anyone cared to admit, the brambles had made a kingdom of their own. They grew in tangles and loops, reaching through weathered rails, curling around forgotten posts, and stitching the summer air together with thorn, leaf, blossom, and fruit. Strawberries hid low beneath their little green crowns. Blackberries darkened along the canes, shining like tiny secrets after the rain. Raspberries softened in the warm light, and here and there the scent of currants, wild roses, and sun-warmed leaves drifted through the afternoon. It was the sort of place that looked untended at first glance, but those who knew the garden understood better. The bramble patch had always kept its own calendar. It knew when the white blossoms should open. It knew when the bees would come humming through. It knew when the fruit should blush, deepen, loosen, and fall into waiting hands. It remembered the skirts that brushed past it, the baskets carried carefully at the hip, and the stained fingertips, the small warning about thorns, and the laughter that followed anyway. Every summer, someone came to gather what the vines had offered. Some berries were carried to the kitchen and folded into jam. Some were tucked into pies beneath sugared crust. Some never made it past the garden path at all, eaten warm from the vine with the kind of delight that no recipe could improve. And some were sketched into margins, written about in notes, or remembered years later when the scent of warm fruit and garden leaves returned. There was a kind of inheritance there, though no one would have called it that aloud. It lived in the old berry-stained recipe cards, in the pantry labels written by hand, in the bit of ribbon tied around a jar meant for the neighbor, in the scrap of fabric that lay gently across a basket. It lived in the stories of who planted what, who preferred blackberries over strawberries, who always picked too many, and who knew exactly where the sweetest fruit grew. The brambles kept it all. They kept the sweetness and the sting, the abundance and the patience, the little scratches on the wrist, and the reward waiting just beyond the thorns. They reminded the house that beautiful things often arrived tangled, that memory ripens slowly, and that the best pieces of summer are rarely found in tidy rows. By evening, when the light turned honey soft and the shadows gathered under the leaves, the garden seemed to hold its breath. A basket rested on the back steps. A jar sat cooling on the table. A torn corner of paper marked a recipe to be made again. And somewhere beyond the fence, the brambles continued their quiet work, growing, blooming, fruiting, and keeping the old summer stories safe until someone came looking for them again. Brambles and Berries is part of the Attic Heirloom Collection, and this kit was created around the feeling of an old summer garden that has grown a little wild, a little tangled, and full of memory. You'll find brambles, vines, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, currants, wild roses, soft garden textures, and berry-stained details, and vintage paper elements throughout the collection. I hope you enjoy looking through Brambles and Berries, now available in my Etsy shop, and for my EU supporters, my kits are now available on Gumroad. The links will be in the description box.